No, we're moving off of this, bro. I'm done playing in that little spiral with y'all niggas. All right, we're moving on to Eon Neon and Atomic Samurai, bro. Hell no.
We gonna come back.
No, we not. No, we're not. All right, so there was some obvious sentimental development here between Atomic Samurai and Eon Neon. If you do a little bit more rereading towards the beginning of the operation, when Eon Neon was reminiscing to like Atomic Samurai's teachings and the type of situations that he was in, whether it was with Devil Longer or even beforehand.
You said Neon.
Eon, my bad.
Eon?
His name is Eon.
What?
It's E-I, or excuse me, it's I-A-I-A-N. That's how you spell his name.
Eon. It's supposed to be like EI, like how they say when they do the quick draw, but it's like a play on Ian in EI. It's put together like EI.
Say when they do the quick draw, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He told you. EI.
Yeah, he knows, bro. She stunts on, bro.
What the fuck, bro? Don't come out here with them like swords in your mouth type bullshit, bro. Nobody take that nigga serious, bitch.
It's not just Zoro though.
That's why he got his blade tipped. I don't want to hear it, bro. Zoro the type of nigga to get his blade. Zoro the type of nigga to get his blade tipped, bro.
That's not true.
I said, you know it's true, man. You know it's true. And Zoro the type of nigga to lose his blade too, bro. I don't want to hear it. We talking about real swordsmen here. Real swordsmen. Damn, bro. Niggas want to talk. Niggas stay trying to talk about Laurel in the presence of Atomic, man.
It wasn't even just about Zoro. That's something that's actually real in real life. That's what they call it.
Yeah. They don't call it quick draw.
I think it also can mean.
That's what it is in English.
I'm not sure.
All right, but Iayan. No, I can't even say it, bro. My Iayan.
Iayan. It's like Ian and EI. Iayan.
We've always struggled with this guy's name.
I don't know how.
Nigga, you're not even saying it clearly, right?
Oh, this ain't
Whatever.
E before the word iron, bro.
No, bro, it sounds like you're saying E-iron.
No, it sounds like I'm saying Iayan because that's what his name is.
Nah, bro, I'm saying Ian.
Okay.
I'm saying Ian.
Okay.
I'm saying Ian. All right, so my boy Young. All right, so development, like he's obviously like crying and like putting his head down because he thinks he failed, but the success that I got from rereading was that just by him surviving was, like he says, he managed to stay alive, and now he's completing the mission. He said, just keep the guys together, stay alive, and make it through. So, what do you guys feel about like that as a test, and like, did he pass it? And how do you think about? What do you feel about Yan now? Steve-O?
Oh, could you repeat that? I'm sorry,
bro. I literally.
Do you think he has accomplished kind of what Atomic kind of set out for him?
No. It was like three questions. What do you think of his mission being to just stay alive? Do you think he did it well? And what do you think of Eon now in total? Stock jump, stock drop.
Okay,
S-class.
so I don't think there's a stock drop. My opinion hasn't really changed. I guess that's my answer to the last question. Did he do it well? That's the second question, right? I would say no.
Wow.
And the first question is, what do I think of his mission to survive?
Yeah,
I think it's kind of pitiful that he set the bar so low. Like, just live, like just go on and live.
Steve-O, so you're telling me if Atomic Samurai gave you a sword and was like, all right, go into this base where there's these like nuclear level like monsters that like they're not even human and stay alive.
No, Grimm, that's reasonable, but it's pitiful.
How is that, bro? He's not even in S-class. He's not even supposed to be here. How is that pitiful, bro?
There's a lot of people, sadly, that are here that maybe shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Look at mine.
It's pitiful because he wants to be that level and he can't.
That's so, bro. You don't get how backwards that is, bro?
No.
So you're saying that because you're failing even though you're trying hard, that's pitiful.
Yeah.
God damn, Steve-O. Please don't motivate nobody, bro. Don't try to do it to me.
I'm not trying to motivate him.
Can't hear you.
I'm trying to let you know that nigga is pitiful.
That's fucked up. You know he killed a demon, right?
He killed who?
He killed a demon.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, I guess that. Wait, who? Which one?
Devil Longhair.
Devil Long. Oh, okay. He did that
Yeah.
on his own. I could have sworn the other two helped him with that.
Yeah, I mean, but he led the way.
Okay. All right.
And he dodged the bullet.
I guess that changes things. That changes things a little bit. But I mean, he's still pitiful.
All right. What about? Not only did he dodge a bullet, he then attacked, or excuse me, he then speed blitzed that same bullet after he dodged it.
But how do you speed blitz
What?
the same bullet?
Exactly.
If you already dodged.
That's how you exactly, my nigga. That's how fat. Listen closely, bro. He dodged the bullet and then speed blitzed that same bullet.
So he dodged the bullet and then turned around and then
Speed
went to the
blitz
bullet
in front of
very
it again.
quickly,
And bodied that bullet, man.
and he bodied the bullet.
Yeah, like in half, man.
Stupid.
That's fast as hell, ain't it?
Yeah, that is pretty fast, but I'm wondering why he did that.
Because he wasn't trying to get shot, and he couldn't let other niggas get shot.
So he
Okay.
jumped in front of the same bullet.
Well, he wouldn't have to jump in front of it. He could just chase it from behind.
Yeah.
If he was that fast, he could have just cut the.
What you mean?
bullet
If
in
this
half.
happened, this was drawn by Murata.
It's still.
Well, yeah, he could have just cut the bullet. He just cut the
I
bullet.
neutralized the
In
bullet.
the
I'm not
first-
gonna dodge it, then jump back in front of it to save people. I'm just gonna save people from the get go.
He was mad, bro. Niggas mad because Eon got them speed feats, bro.
I ain't mad. I'm just perplexed.
Alright. Sundown?
Yeah, so my opinion is slightly different to Steve-O's. The fact that he was given the mission of just, stay alive, and I feel like that was extended to Bushi Drill and Okamai Touch, in the sense of he had to look after them, Ian, and he had to kind of make sure that he came out with his boys, that they came out alive as well. So I feel like there was a lot of pressure on Ian, and I wasn't actually expecting to see so much emotion from him in this, like having escaped. And the fact that he seems so emotional, like it seems like I managed to stay alive. I feel like that also extends to I kept the other two alive as well, and the respect he gets from Atomic Samurai as a result of that. I think that's pretty awesome, and I was really happy about that. So the fact that he was given the whole kind of, stay alive, I thought, yeah, maybe he could have been given an actual goal, like take down someone like this. But the fact that he was going into a monster association with so many different, S-class type monsters, like dragon level and above, I feel like that's got to be like a really, really good goal, in the sense of just get out alive, and you'd have done a good job. Did he do it well? Yeah, he survived. He got all his boys out. He went back and he saved the Narinki squad, and then they got out as well because of Pig God. And then what was the last part?
Your overall thoughts with all that. Good.
Oh yeah, so I think Ian, my idea of him and my perception of his stock, it's only ever increasing all the time. I think he's a solid character, and his willingness to go back to save the Narinki squad when he really didn't have to, and his willingness to put his body on the line, really guide his other two members, the other two apprentices underneath Atomic Samurai. I just have respect for him, and I think he did a really good job.
Oh. Okay, so I'm seeing this panel now, Grimm, and it doesn't look like he dodged it, then blitzed the bullet. It looks like he ran towards the guy shooting and cut the bullets on the way to him.
Bruh. But the bullets were shot at him from the front, so he would have had to dodge it or he would have got hit.
You can like move to the side and cut. You don't have to.
Oh, you can? How many times have you moved to the side of a bullet and then cut it, man?
None.
Grim?
What type of question is this?
You telling niggas what you can't do. Like, you got plans for that shit, bro? Like, oh, you should have done this. Hell no, bro. The bullets were shot at him. Like he was fast enough to dodge bullets, and then as he was dodging the bullets, what was that?
What makes more sense to you?
That he dodged it and then speed blitzed it.
We need to get off this topic.
That's what he did, bro.
Who brought this shit up?
Look, he got out of the trajectory of the bullets, and then used his tremendous speed to cut through them things. But like he speed blitzed the bullet I was speeding at him, bro. Like that, he fast as hell, bro. How you speed blitz a launched bullet? That's like, it's almost inconceivable, man. Like you launch a bullet, then you speed blitz that bitch. You got to give old boy props.
Yeah, he gonna get his props regardless, man. You know, because it's a dope feat. But I just don't think the way that you interpret it is correct.
So he didn't dodge a bullet and then speed blitz it?
Oh my god. Damn. Yeah, Satsuki, what you think of this, bro?
The whole Eon thing.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
See, Sasuke said it right.
Pretty much like my thinking is along Sundowns, and that I think that he did succeed, and I respect the goal because they're going into the trenches with the unknown. They didn't really have a clear idea of what all the monsters had in terms of like the numbers too, and powers and all of that. So for them to go underground, especially, it's one thing for them to be on the surface team where they were being backed up by the S-class heroes and they were just kind of in a support type of role. But for them to go underground, that was a recipe for them to die. The S-class, if the S-class heroes were in trouble too, like just think about, Atomic could only imagine what could happen to his disciples who are, of course, weaker. So I think it was an admirable goal, and ultimately Eon succeeded because he got all his boys. He led his team, led the squad, helped out with the Narinki squad too. They got out of the motherfucker all right, so gotta give him props. He did his thing.
Big fact. Kishipu.
Okay, basically, he succeeded, at least well enough in the parameters of calling it a success. He survived, along with his fellow disciples. It was basically an extreme case of Adventures in Babysitting, where you got to keep the other ones alive. If you've ever seen that movie. Crazy fucking movie. Then, has his stocks risen, dropped? They've risen a little bit. I mean, as long as he's alive and kicking and not being horribly injured and losing more limbs, I don't think you can justify to say that they've dropped. And as for his overall character, he's fine for me. I just think he might do better by himself. Because, having to try and keep the other two disciples alive is just kind of holding him back sometimes. I mean, there's strength in numbers, don't get me wrong, and they have good teamwork and all that, but it's maybe he should try a solo mission every once in a while. That probably would up his stats.
I think I agree most with Sundown and Sasuke, in that I do think that the goal was a justified goal. I do think he succeeded in it. I don't necessarily think that he would have succeeded without Okamatachi and Bushido, like Kishin was somewhat alluding to. I think they played a big part, and I think that teamwork in general played the biggest part. But the fact that he was the one leading the team and that it was his instructions, his tenacity, his confidence, and just his ability to use what he has to improvise in other scenarios that were required, whether it was getting bodied by even natural water, or dealing with double long hair, or the fodder in between, or having to interfere with the Maya as well. He was calm and composed on several points. I remember Sundown making several comments about how Eon wouldn't fall for the whole crazy out of control rhetoric that Amai was trying to taunt Bushido with. He always came in and cooled off the situation. So to be honest, if we're talking about development and personality wise, I think Eon's had one of the most natural I guess upbringings or like upcomings, or I don't know the appropriate word to use, like flourishments or developments. I don't know what to use. Like, if you guys were to, the way I look at it is like, before we got the plague of the redraws, we were getting character development in a certain type of way, which I preferred and I understood. Like the Child Emperor fight, half of that fight was him developing through the fight. Like we saw the comments being made, we saw him overcoming every obstacle, and the total of the fight was like the sum of that development. Like him overcoming the obstacle, even though it seemed impossible, and him learning that brute force isn't the way. Like that was the development there. But here is getting it a little bit more detailed. But I think this is one of the more natural ones. I think this would have happened either way, regardless of redraws or not. I think the Rinki Squad scenario that was redrawn, that was kind of forced. But in general, Yan was always like kind of like a meek guy, and I think his stocks have raised because of it. Not dramatically. This is obviously just like an award ceremony moment where his masters tell him, good job, basically acknowledging his accomplishments. So his stocks go up for that. But like, I kind of got upset when Murata somewhat confirmed that he's not S-class from his own mouth. I've been pushing that for months now. That with the feast that he had, he was starting to get up there. It is what it is, though.